Yo, what up, YouTube? TLC back with another vid. Today we're gonna be doing a backtesting vid. Last night was pretty bearish. Let's have a look to see. NQ took it London highs. Well, ES didn't. SMT could have went down. Where did we invest these gaps, as well as this gap right in here on the 5 minute? Invest that, confirming the SMT, and also confirming the change of trend. We then ended up coming down. We broke structure, and then after that we ended up making a 5 minute retrace into this. I think we barely just get into this gap. Or maybe we don't. Nope, we don't. Wait. Did we actually get into it or no? I don't know, bro. But either way, even if we didn't get into that, we would have filled equilibrium, which was right here. Down to the most recent low, which was here. Yep, we ended up filling a continuation. Confluence could have scaled down onto the 1 minute. I should have kept it. Which was, yeah, we came into this. Ended up filling equilibrium. We filled it, and we could have entered off of this 1 minute break, targeting could have targeted all these previous liquidity, which would have given you an insane risk to reward, and it would have been a quick trade, I think. Yeah, it would have. Yeah, would have entered off here for shorts, right there, targeting all of these previous liquidity. Once we had TB2 could have moved stop loss to break even and managed partials. What were other areas that price could have targeted? But obviously, the reason why I would have taken the trade on ES than NQ would have been because ES was the leading index, and NQ ended up going up and taking out these highs, while ES was stuck underneath London highs. So obvious move to the downside, and also both of these indexes were aligned. We ended up disrespecting bullish confluences, which could have been reinvest these gaps as one. But we also invest this gap up here and this one. But we would have had to gone off this gap right here. So that would have been a pretty decent trade too. What else do we got? But tonight is looking very bearish at the moment. ES is below this hourly gap. Invest this gap, while NQ hasn't even come into the gap yet. So really wanna see how price reacts off of this gap, whether we respect it and end up targeting all of these highs, or we invest it, make a 5-minute retrace and end up targeting all of these untouched lows. But I really need both indexes to be aligned. ES is looking to be the more bearish index, while NQ is pretty much just making its way to the gap now. But yeah, depending on how price reacts to this gap would really be the decider of my bias and where I would want to take my trades for today. But let's look for another one. Well, there is one right here. We have these lows. Oh, it doesn't work out, bro. That'd be sick. Oh, it does. What was it? Okay, this one. Yes, hit. Where is it? On the... Bro, why is my junk tweaking, bro? Yes, this one. Well, we were in a obvious, ended up, we're in a bullish uptrend, we ended up making a lot of relative equal lows with these lows, and we went up to get these highs. What did ES do with these highs? We ended up just going up higher. Ended up going up higher, and then looks like we came down here. We took out these lows, and then put on the 5-minute dope. What the fuck, minute? Yes, we took out that, took out these, and then we made another retrace right here. Inverse this gap, inverse that gap. Could have targeted previous liquidity, which was here, or we could have waited for the full-fledged extension, which was pretty much the retrace on the 5-minute. Some kind of came down and ended up taking out, we made equal lows, taking out this liquidity, and then ended up inversing this gap, and we also came into equilibrium too. Or we could have just entered off of this 5-minute gap that price came into and respected it, targeting longs. I would have entered off the 1-minute break, which would have been where my shoot loading. But it's gonna take forever. Well, I would have entered off of the 1-minute break, which most likely would have been here. I think. Yeah. From there, stops at these lows could have been, and then literally just targeting this liquidity or TB1, TB2, TB3, TB4, TB5. Don't want to get too greedy. Yeah, once we hit TB1, could have moved stops to break even. Would have been given us a insane risk reward, and we would have been a really good trade too. Could have targeted all that too. It's more like swing trader stuff. Yeah, what else do we got? We got I swept out these lows on the 5 minutes. We also disrespected this bearish gap. This was actually the trade that I took and I got stopped out. Yeah, it was. Yeah, this was exactly the trade that I took. I got stopped out. The reason why I ended up taking that was because of the retrace that we made. But I didn't wait for this gap to get inversed, and I ended up rushing into the trade, and look where it went, and it ended up going in the complete opposite direction, but yeah, we live to learn. But for this, we ended up inversing this gap, and then we came down. This have been hourly equilibrium. Yeah, it was. Damn. Hourly equilibrium. Obviously, coming down here, we filled in equilibrium. Go to the upside. Could have scaled down into 5 minute. Once we inversed this gap, we obviously made a 5 minute retrace. inverse this, and then look for a 1 minute break. Entered. And the 1 minute break was exactly, yeah, 1 minute break was pretty much there, or break. Grab the 1 minute break right there. Could have long enough of that. Stops at these lows and literally targeting this liquidity, which is up here. Oh heck no. Ended up making equals, but I haven't even hit the equals yet. Damn. That looked like a pretty decent trade. Setups. NQ obviously yeah, damn. But right now, yeah, the bias of my trade tonight really depends on how NQ reacts when we, or even if we, how we react off of this gap in here. Hopefully we end up coming into it, because even not, we would end up forming a potential SMT divergence, bullish SMT. But if that to be true, I would need price to take out this early gap, then I could target previous liquidity to the upside. Oh wait, we also have this gap here. That's somewhere for price to target. Yeah, if this, I'd probably be targeting these highs. But right now we seem to we're bullish at the moment on the 5 minute. We haven't took out liquidity on Asia. These lows right here. But NQ, oh, okay. NQ starting to make its way down. We'll have to see tonight. Yeah. Yeah. What do we have news tonight? Employment. Oh, okay. It won't really do much. Probably won't do anything. So I think today would be pretty chill. What about tomorrow? Okay. As good as that at 8:30. Alrighty. I think I will see you guys tonight with the live day trading vid. So thanks guys if you did end up coming into the vid. I hope all of you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys tonight. Until next time, my brothers and sisters.